Hello guys, this is Andy from MOONCAKE Visuals, and in today's video we're going to talk about cameras. So how we can set camera animations and how we can use the camera system in UEVS. So I have this studio loaded, right? And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my director mode, and here, right? This is the camera mode. Navigation, it's pretty similar to the styling mode. So we use the right click, we click it with the right one and hold, and then we move the mouse inside this window so we can move the camera, so we can like use the camera to look around. And with the same right click we press WASD to move like in first person shooter game. But also we can use if you have a joypad, a controller, you can also use it to move it. So you use the left analog stick to move around and then the right one to look around. Cool. So now in here, UEVS camera system is based on layers, cameras, and point. So we have in UEVS we have 4 layers. Each layer has 10 cameras. So we may have 40 different cameras in UEVS. Now the points represents the animation. So it's like point A, it's a camera position with the optics and everything. And point B is the same but in another place. And then point C, D are different points. So instead of just talking, let's just get into it. So for example, I want my camera to start here, right? And I can use my overlays if I want. So it's just a safe area and the center cursor. And okay, let's add a talent so we can have a reference on the scene. So let me just set media input 2. Let me decrease the scale. So let me quickly key it. Okay, there we go. So now I just have this for reference. So I want my camera to start here, right? And this is the focal length. From here we can set our focal length. So I'm gonna set it to 24 millimeters. I'm gonna move my camera a bit back. There you go. So we have the aperture and focus distance, but we're gonna see it later. So my camera will start here. I wanna grab a point or capture it by pressing this button. Here you see camera point capture. Now I want the point B. So I want my camera to be here. So remember WASD with the right click press, you can move around. There you go. Now I want my camera to be here in the point B. Click here and I capture it. So I can just go back to A, B, and you can see my 2 points are there. So now I want this transition to last for 5 seconds. And I'm gonna capture because I made a change. And now I capture the new transition. As you can see, A and B. So now if I want to see this transition, I can just click the play button and you'll see it will animate from A to B. Now it will go back to A, but why is it so fast? Because it's just you click on the A point, transition it's 1 second. So let's set this to 5 and capture. And now we get this movement that's gonna be looping there. So as you can see it. Cool. Now we have this, right? I'm gonna go in the same layer to my camera 2, right? And you can use shift and the wheel and the scroll wheel to increase or decrease the focal length. So I'm gonna create an open shot. For example, my camera 8 is gonna take a second, gonna be here, and my camera B is gonna be here, for example. It's gonna take 10 seconds, but I wanna use a curve, right? I'm gonna use this curve And now if I hit play, you see how my camera moves slowly there. Now I want that as soon as my camera reaches there, instead of going back, I want my camera from this point, right, in the C point, to move it a bit back, slow. But to make it slow, we need to increase the duration. So this is gonna be 25 seconds. So I'm gonna capture it and I'm gonna hit play. And now this is the new animation we have. There you go. And now my camera is moving back slowly. So as you can see, each stuff. Okay, so here I need to add a curve and capture because the curve wasn't safe. So now if I hit play, my camera will get there faster, and then it's gonna slowly speed down, and then it's gonna move. Cool. So with this, you can combine the easing curves. Now I'm gonna create a third one. So let's suppose I want my camera to do this, to be here and then move like this to this, right? And but so I have used 3 cameras from this layer. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna use layer B. Why? Because I'm gonna show you one of the usage of the utility of the layers. So I'm gonna go to layer B, camera 1. I'm gonna place my camera here. I'm gonna place 5. So now I want my camera to go here, right? And I'm gonna give it 5 as well, just to make it a quick change. So now if I hit play, you'll see how my camera will turn around, right? Now, what if I want to create a middle point between it? For example, what I can do is I'm gonna go to my B point to keep that position. I'm gonna go to the C point. I'm gonna keep that, and I'm gonna grab it. And now my B point is gonna be this, right? For example, just something quick. I'm gonna capture this, and then I'm gonna hit play. Now, if this is what my camera will do now. We'll go to the B point, and we'll go back to the. There you go. So now in here, what I'm doing pretty much, I'm trying to avoid the talent. Now, this is where layers come in handy. For example, I'm gonna go to my camera A, and let's suppose I have a screen here, and I would just want to display the content of the screen. For example, I'm gonna capture this point, and I'm gonna capture B point, for example. So I'm gonna be displaying the content of the screen only. Play. Now, I don't want the talent to be there. So if I go, as you can see, this camera animation belongs to the layer B. If I go to my talent, right, and I just click here on B, it will disable the visibility of that layer. So in here, as you can see, now that talent is not visible. So this is why. So you can use a talent you can use it to hide your talent, or show, for example, one close up of the talent and an open shot of the talent. So you can use 2 cameras from 2 different inputs. No? So it's up to you. Now, this is pretty much why layers come handy here. Now let's go back to live control to understand how camera works. So as you see, we have, as soon as we capture the A point of every camera, it will be enabled here. So in our preview, you can see we still see our talent, because we are on a preview in layer A. If I click on 2, it's gonna preview. I mean, in preview the camera don't animate. Preview is just the first frame. Now if I go to layer B and preview it, our talent is not gonna be visible. So I'm just gonna click here on the red to cut to that camera, as you can see it. You select preview and then you cut, as you can see it. But then you have the yellow. If you want to lerp, it will blend. It will animate from the path. So yep, there you go. this is pretty much how camera works inside UEVS. If you have any question, feel free to post in comments. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video.